Thank you, PG, for your welcome note to the lovely show we're looking forward to. And with that, we would like to invite next Mr. KG Purushothaman, the partner and national sector leader, Telecommunications KPMG, for a special address on telecom rebooting the economy. Anticipate tomorrow, delivery today. Well, fondly known as Puru, he is a partner in the advisory practice of KPMG in India. He is a leader for the telecom sector for KPMG in India and is also the Chief Technology Officer for Innovation in Risk Advisory. Well, we can't wait to hear you, Mr. Purushothaman.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be part of this inaugural ceremony on a very important topic, which is not only close to me, considering that I've been in the sector working with some of the stalwarts for the past 2 decades, but it also gives me immense pleasure to actually discuss a topic that not only helps me to highlight the speciality of the sector, but also how other enterprises who have benefited from the telecom sector itself. The topic that I'm going to discuss today is how has telecom sector helped in rebooting the economy in the advent of the pandemic. The topic says it all. We need to anticipate for tomorrow, but deliver today. And how has telecom been the backbone of that journey? Telecom has always been known as a connectivity provider. But when it comes to the context of connectivity during the pandemic in the last 1 year, telecom as a sector has not only shown tremendous revenue growth for its own sector, but also ancillary sectors connected to it. And which is the reason why there could, although the sector is showing a revenue of more than 14 to 15% growth, the ancillary sectors put together has helped us to demonstrate a growth of nearly 30 to 35% in the GDP across other sectors. And that is a phenomenon. Globally as well, with 7.7 billion broadband connections worldwide, the connectivity that the telecom sector has provided has not only connected us to our relatives, our near and dear ones, but also has had zero disruption when it comes to the businesses. The global IP traffic, as you see here, has exceeded 400 exabytes in 2021, which says a lot about how everyone has communicated during the pandemic. When it comes to the India story, with around 119 crore connections, India is the fastest telecom sector in the world. And that says not only in terms of the number of subscribers and the telecom connections, it also shows in the pace at which technology is getting adopted within India. India has also been transformational when it comes to the demand, when it comes to other ancillary hardware and other devices which are connected to the telecom sector. Some of the incentives that have been provided for the telecom sector and the electronic sector will see a further boost in the growth of the sector by itself with the Make in India initiatives. The contribution of the telecom sector as on today is around 6%, but is expected to go more than 8% in the years to come. The FDI inflows in the telecommunications sector in the last 2 decades is more than 2.75 lakh crores, which also says leaps and bounds about the potential that foreign investors are seeing in this sector. From an India growth story, it's not only the communication story that is very important. It's also how the other ancillary sectors which are connected to the telecom sector also benefiting, which is why the role of electronic manufacturing and the benefits that India will derive from the sector is also very important to mention. Indian electronics manufacturing market is estimated to reach nearly 400 billion by 2025. This is all because of what the communication sector has done to the economy, and also some of the benefits and the tax benefits that have been announced by the government. The digital economy is expected to account for nearly 1 trillion by 2025. And we all know of the various schemes and policies that have been announced when it comes to digitization. From a pandemic perspective, there are a few sector trends which are very relevant, and it's very important how the telecommunication sector really battled through it. From an Indian context perspective, the customer experience has been transformed by the kind of technology that has been enabled through the connectivity layer. Cloud is everywhere. Accelerating cloud deployments and cloud delivery models have nearly doubled the digital adoption during the pandemic. Mergers and acquisitions have relatively slowed, but India has been one of the few countries around the world that has actually shown how telecom as a platform can actually enable microservices and other software companies to actually grow along with the telecom sector. AI as well as 5G are expected to transform the future. As on today, AI has already started showing results in the optimization that has been done on the back office activities. Virtual chatbots have been a normal phenomenon. It wouldn't have been thought about a year back or 2 years back, but in the last 1 year, virtual chatbots have been an obvious phenomenon that has actually transformed the call center space. And that is, again, a gift that the telecom sector has given to the other sectors. Having said that, regulatory risks and cyber security are important areas that we think is very important for the sector to take care of. There are areas which are being strengthened, and at the same time, new regulations are being rolled out on the privacy side. One of the biggest beneficiaries of the boom of the telecom sector has been what telecommunication has done to the enterprise business. Enterprises have transformed, and you can name the sector, and the enterprises in those sectors have transformed because of the connectivity layer, be it financial services, the digitization that has been brought about in banks, or for that matter, in manufacturing with smart factories and smart connectivity with the trace and track mechanism which have been implemented even during the pandemic. Content and how that has been displayed has seen the new content creation has seen some amount of negative impact, but OTT as a platform has actually transformed the way entertainment can be viewed in the future. These are some trends which are very important to be taken into consideration when you look at COVID-19 as from a perspective of telecom. It is also important that during COVID-19, there are certain areas that actually helped other enterprises transform, which includes work from home across segments, also areas around supply chain and supply chain transformation. India has also been seen as a world leader when it comes to building telco plus models. Virtual financial close for the financial sector is something that we've always been pioneer in. With the pandemic coming in, it has become ubiquitous, and almost every organization has actually now realized the benefits of a virtual close. Tax benefits have actually enabled few manufacturers to start setting up base in India, and you'll see more of it in years to come. But what is the future looking like? How is the telecom sector going to benefit other sectors? What are those opportunities that you need to look out for? As the years progress, There are some market trends which are impacting the sectors and all of us will need to be cognizant of. The customer journeys are transforming. Analytics and AI are becoming so important that customer behavior is getting effectively analyzed, and also the right kind of services to the customer is being enabled through analytics and AI. Security and governance is becoming more important than ever before. Privacy will be a new regulation that will transform the way we look at customer and customer information. There are also multiple cross-sector synergies, be it the smart city ecosystem, banking, health, insurance. All of them will see resurgence as well as new use cases that will help them transform the way they look at the sector. The platform and the customer play and the consumer play and the interactions that the customer will have with the platforms will also keep changing. There will be increased convergence across sectors, be it in the area of logistics, where the track and trace and implementation of effective IoT will transform the way you track logistics. Health currently is being monitored even virtually through apps, but the future will see telemedicine taking up at a very big pace. AR and VR will transform the way consumers will manage retail and the retail purchases. It will also transform the way you view entertainment. Smart home buildings will make energy and energy efficiency more achievable. Content will be more tailored and cars will be more connected. Holistically, telecom as a sector needs to be not only be seen as a horizontal, not only be seen as a vertical, as a separate sector, but also a horizontal that cuts across multiple sectors. And that's where convergence comes in. And new economic models will get derived in this process. I've said enough about how adjacent sectors will get impacted, but the new phenomenon that the world will see is not a telco, but a telco plus plus kind of a transformation. And we are all part of that transformation. From a survey that we had done as KPMG globally a couple of years back, we tried to estimate what will 5G create as an impact to a larger ecosystem. We also studied and spoke to industry leaders on how technology is enabling and how 5G will help technology companies to enable and drive better connectivity. Our estimate is that 5G will have an approximate impact of at least 3 to 4% of the GDP going forward. The multiple sectors that will get impacted by 5G includes obviously manufacturing, logistics, finance, retail, and these changes will be transformational. There are 5 important use cases where telecom communications are going to disrupt and also transform the way the economies are getting connected. First is gaming. The way gaming industry is transforming is phenomenal. Manufacturing and ops and asset management. We spoke a lot about how trace and track, IoT and sensor technology is going to impact the way manufacturing operations are going to be governed. Every industry is going to get disrupted. Smart factory, smart manufacturing, smart energy management is going to be the new norm. And connectivity is at the core. Intelligent transportation systems, environmental monitoring and detection also will be smart. All in all, to conclude, connectivity and telecommunication is the core of any technology implementation. Telco plus model is going to evolve and drive diverse ecosystem partners. And there will be more and more sectors that will get connected through this. Telcos are also transforming into value-added services for enterprises. And enterprises in every sector is transforming and finding new use cases on effectively using telecommunications. Telecommunication platforms will also drive digital commerce in the future. It's already started in a very big way, but the future is all about digital enterprise and digital commerce. With that, I would like to congratulate all of us who are part of the telecom industry to be proud of what we have done and achieved in the last 1 year, and for the way in which we will enable and transform other industries in the future. With that note, I thank all of you for this opportunity to address this August audience, and I look forward for more interaction in this area. Thank you. Good luck.